This video is the ultimate guide for golfers looking for a UT-based country club near the lake. Yes, we're talking Steiner Ranch, the University of Texas Golf Club. I'm going to give you some examples of 3 homes on the golf course. I'm going to show you the bird's eye view of the area from the map so you can get an idea of where it fits into Lake Travis, Lake Austin, golf, parks, trails, and all things in between. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper. My team and I get calls and emails from people just like you needing help moving in and around Austin, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move today, tomorrow, or somewhere in between, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email because we're always ready to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Look, I played golf for the University of Texas a long time ago, so I know all these golf communities inside and out, and you know, Steiner Ranch is one of my favorites. Yes, I'm biased. It's hard not to be when you go to the University of Texas Golf Club and the golf carts are orange and everything has a Longhorn theme, but it is a great club and a very cool membership. They've got activities all the time. It's super pretty out there. The amenities are galore. They have the golf, tennis, the swimming pools, the fitness centers, the sports courts, the hiking trails galore. So we're gonna dive into all those details, but first I wanna show you where the land sits in relation to the highways, how you get in and out, and what you can expect to pay for a home that's actually on the golf course in the Steiner Ranch community. Before we get going though, I want to mention one thing about the HOA. When you live in the community, there is a large umbrella HOA, and then you may live in another pocket that has another HOA. So you might have 2 sets of HOA fees to pay each month. So when you're looking for a house out there, make sure you know what your fees are, what the mandatory fees are per month to have access to all the wonderful facilities. Here's the overview of the entire community of Steiner Ranch. It comes from up here, Lake Travis, and it follows the lake all the way around. Steiner Ranch is known as the land between 2 lakes. If you look up here on this top portion, that's Lake Travis. Right here is Mansfield Dam, and that marks to where the the river changes its name. Below the dam, it's called Lake Austin. It's all the Colorado River, and it flows all the way through town, through Austin. Depending on where you are, it matters what it's called. So in order to get to Steiner Ranch from the town of Austin, you're going to come out Highway 2022, and then you're going to turn on 620. 620 goes all the way through out over to the town of Lakeway, and this turn right here is the main way in and out of Steiner Ranch. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing in that it really makes the community feel together and one piece, but it's a bad thing because there's only one way in and one way out. So when it's high traffic, that's the only way you can get to town, is to take this out to 620 and come back in on 2222. So if you can stay in Steiner Ranch and you can work from home, or you have an office out in the community, then this community could be great for you. If you had to do the commute time down into Austin every single day during rush hour, you may think twice, or at least practice that drive first before you move into Steiner Ranch. Here is the aerial view for you that encompasses the entire community. And you can see back here that Lake Austin surrounds it in the back. The Steiner Ranch community is 4,600 acres. This view here is where the entire golf course is, the UT Golf Club. These orange roofs right here are where the pro shop is. And I'll go into more detail about the golf course later on in the video, but I just want to point out again how the lake runs around the back side there, and it goes all the way around the community. And as we come further north, this is the main drive that goes through Steiner Ranch, Quinlan Park Road. And then here you can see Lake Travis up on the north side, up in the top part of the frame here. And that is why it is the land between 2 lakes, Lake Travis and Lake Austin. And I wanted to give one view here. This is Mansfield Dam. That's where the distinction is between Lake Travis. Above it is Lake Travis, below it is Lake Austin. Lake Travis is a lake that fluctuates with the weather, meaning the water levels fluctuate with the rain and lack of rain. Below the dam, it's a constant level water. So having a home on this Lake Austin portion is going to remain the same water level throughout the years. On the Lake Travis side, if you're not on a deep water portion of the lake, you're on one of the little arms that go back with it where it's shallow, you could have lakefront one year and not lakefront the next year. So you need to be careful about what you're buying on the front end and make sure if you want to have water year round and be able to get your boat in the water year round, you need to check on those levels. One of the main reasons people move to Steiner Ranch is because it is just so pretty. There's a lot of green space still that remains out there. So this view is from the kind of the middle of the community towards Lake Austin. So maybe southeast type view. And you can see all this green space out here, and it is not built on, and it has lots of hiking trails through it. And that's one of the big draws that get people out to Steiner Ranch. The next thing is so many recreational facilities and parks. And of course, if you're a golfer or a tennis player or just want to have the social membership, the UT Golf Country Club is an excellent place to join. They have a lot of activities year round. It's a very, very active membership. During football season, they have pep rallies on Friday nights, sometimes with live music, big blow-up jumping houses for the kids. They have golf tournaments year-round, tennis tournaments. They have the big orange versus white battle, and they have ladies events, men's events, and mixed events. So there's always something going on. Currently, membership at the UT Golf Club for the total package, the highest membership is $85,000 initiation fees, and then your monthly dues after that. Before we go into detail about the golf course itself, I want to give you an example of a home that is actually on the golf course. There are currently 3 listed on the golf course at the UT Club, and they're all, around $1.5 million. So we have one for 1.6, one for 1.8, or actually 2 for 1.8. So the first one I'm going to show you here is on the tee box of 11. And most of the homes, well, first of all, it's 4,521 square feet. So the homes on the golf course are a good size, 5 beds, 4 baths, listed for $1,639,000. Most of the homes on the golf course are very close to the golf course. This one has a little bit more privacy than most, but you'll see what I mean when we do some flyovers of the golf course. Generally speaking, if you're on the tee box and someone's out in their backyard grilling, you're gonna be able to go and have a conversation with them from the tee box, because that's how close everything is built to the greens and tees out there. As I said, on this one, you have a little bit more distance in between the two, so just a little bit more privacy. All the fences on the golf course are the wrought iron fences so that you can see through them to the golf course. So you cannot build a privacy fence on the golf course. Our next example, similar size, just a tad bit bigger, 4,757 square feet, 4 beds, 4 bath, listed for $1,795,000. Again, beautiful finish outs on the inside, large homes, and this one's on the fairway, and here you can see a view in the back. This one does actually have a little bit of privacy as well, with some of those trees well positioned out there. But again, you can see the wrought iron fencing here. And this one might have a tendency to get a golf ball in the swimming pool every now and then from some errant tee shots off the tee box. And our last example down here, we have one that's overlooking the green on the par 3. A little bit bigger than the last as well, 4,921 square feet. It's a 5 bed, 4 bath, $1,795,000. And here you can get kind of a good idea of how close the holes are to the backyards. Again, if you're out barbecuing and your friends pass by on the golf course, you're going to have to invite them over for a hot dog later. And here's some more views from that backyard looking out over the green to the par 3. So currently these are 3 very good examples of what the homes look like if you want to be on the golf course at the UT Club. We've got the 1.64, 1.8, and 1.8, all 3 over 4,500 square feet and very nice on the inside with those views of the golf course. Now we're going to drill into the golf course and the golf community specifically. Here's our bird's eye view. This is the pro shop here, and of course you can see the parking lot out there. But I'm going to stop it right about here and kind of give you the lay of the land. So this is the first hole, par 4. Not too hard, but you do have to hit it straight off the tee. And then all of this area here is the practice facility. So they have a huge putting green here, and then they have pitching and chipping greens here and here. And they have a double-ended driving range. This end is for the members. This is the warm-up area where you're gonna where everybody can hit on the practice tee. And then this area down here are little par 3 holes. It's the Jordan Spieth lower 40. It's such a cool area to really practice your short game and dial in those wedges. In addition, they kind of have the wall of fame down there where all the UT alumni that have won an event, they have plaques down there. So you can go and read all the famous Ben Crenshaw, Tom Kite, Scotty Scheffler, Sherry Steinhauer, Betsy Rawls, and more. So it's totally cool to go check out. Now here we are looking at this driving range right here. This end down here is the members end. This end is where the University of Texas men's and women's golf team practice. This is their locker room here, and they have hitting bays, and that's a covered area there they can hit under when it gets too hot. And then this area all here is more pitching and chipping greens where you can dial in your short game. But look at these little bunkers out here at each 10 yards apart, so you can try to fly those balls in there and get that stand wedge and pitching wedge really dialed in. Great area for practice facility. And then this here, this is the back of the clubhouse, and this is 18 green. It's a long par 4 to finish on, a really good finishing hole. If you can see here, there's water all down the left side, and there's houses down the right. So you have to hit it long but straight off the tee on 18, and then the green is a booger. It's got a lot of undulation in it, it's super fast, and it's a really good finishing hole. In addition to the golf, they have wonderful facilities for tennis and swimming and all things, playing around and social. Here is the UT Pro Shop and Golf Club, and right over here you can see is the tennis pavilion. They have indoor and outdoor courts. They have a really cool swimming pool that has a Longhorn in it. There's a view of the Longhorn at the swimming pool. So if you're a Longhorn alum, it's a pretty cool place to hang out. There's the indoor tennis courts as well. So in addition to the tennis center here, there are a couple of other community centers, 3 in total. They all have Olympic-sized swimming pools with splash pads and pavilions to hang out, basketball courts, other tennis courts, hiking miles. There's about 20 miles worth of hiking trails and bike trails within the Steiner Ranch community. So if you are a member there and join the HOA, you will have access to all these wonderful recreational facilities. And lastly, the Steiner Ranch area feeds into really great schools. They're part of the Leander ISD, but they're that gets an 89 out of 100, as you can see here on texasschools.gov. But the actual schools themselves get grades a bit higher. So there are 3 elementary schools, depending on where you live in Steiner Ranch. We have Steiner Ranch Elementary, Laura Welch Bush Elementary, and River Ridge Elementary. Those gets grades of 90, 97, and 97. The middle school is going to be Canyon Ridge Middle School. That gets a grade of 92 out of 100, and then that feeds into Vandergrift High School, which is a 93 out of 100. So very good schools that the Steiner Ranch community feeds into, all A and A+ grades. I have enjoyed spending time with you today on this tour of Steiner Ranch and the University of Texas Golf Club. We did the flyover so you could see the relation between Lake Travis and Lake Austin and how convenient it is to the marinas and lake access around. You could see the overview of where the hiking trails just have so many opportunities to be out in the green space. We looked at the golf course and all the practice facilities, and we took a peek at some homes that are actually on the golf course. If something really resonated with you and you think this is your vibe and you want to check it out in person or just need some more information, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, because we're always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.